100 kilometers for heroes. This is going to be shaky because my gimbal decided it's dead, so I'll have to carry it this way. We are going to walk 2.5 kilometers to my aunt's. It's her birthday today. Take some stuff over, and then I'll walk 2.5 kilometers back, so I'll get 5 kilometers in today. It's a bit of a warm one. Sorry, the air conditioner's in the background. But here we go. It's a nice sunny day. There was a 30% chance of rain. Sorry about that. I meant to disconnect the Wi-Fi before I left. So we got all these traffic cones along here because they're going to be doing resurfacing of this road this summer. More so at night. So that'll be fun for sleeping. I hope they start at this end, because they're going probably twice as far down the other end. So 2.5 kilometers to my aunt's means I have to walk down here to the overpass, go over the overpass, and then cut through the back streets over to her place. I'm sorry if it's shaky. The best I can do. But you also not putting it directly on other people. It's a warm one out here. I don't think it's quite as hot as yesterday. About 2 days past Canada Day. I didn't go out at all on Canada Day. It was too freaking hot. We're lucky today too, it's not windy. My mic's not charged up either, so there's a little breeze. I'm not going to be able to see any chat right now. Maybe when I get closer to my aunt's, I can chat outside her place before I go downstairs. So once I go downstairs, the Wi-Fi sucks. Although I can switch over to her Wi-Fi. That's another possibility. We'll see when we get there. Yeah, we got a notice about probably a month ago letting us know that this construction company was putting in for a noise violation type thing. Excuse. So there's where we walked the last time, down by the school and that. I'm gonna wait for the light to change again. So I'm pointing out at the guy that's sitting in the truck. Somebody's got a Canada sign in their front lawn. Canadian flag thing in the window. Remember, our newspaper used to put out a great big full sheet spread with a Canadian flag that you could hang up in your window. And the reason I'm walking to my aunt's is because my niece has borrowed her car for the weekend. We're going up to visit her boyfriend's mother, about 5-6 hours away. So they took it this morning. I thought that's real nice. Take her car on her birthday. Oh well. Her friends loaned her car, but it's whatever. I guess they won't get back until Tuesday, and Tuesday I have a haircut appointment, so I've already made other arrangements. Ew. We got a mulberry tree here. Got mulberries already squished all over the sidewalk. This might seem like a long walk, but it's not too bad. I'm sorry it's shaky. maybe I'll pop up live going home and I'll charge the gimbal one up there. I got the cords with me, I believe. When I walk to the grocery store, it's usually the one down here. It's just across the street up here. In the plaza where Trevor used to work. Trevor does not work at the dispensary anymore. He is delivering furniture for a furniture store. My bonus son got him a job working with him, and they do delivery. So they work they work Tuesdays to Saturdays. Oop, we're a little breezy. They work Tuesday, Saturday, 8:30 to 4:30. Week in, week out. So none of this flipping schedules back and forth, trying to figure out when you can go away or do a weekend sometime because you don't know what your schedule is. And Trevor got kind of tired at the Wii store. They put this dispensaries in Ontario could open at 7 in the morning. And they asked the team leaders who would be willing to work those hours. Trevor said, sure, I'll work them. They'll give them 2 days of those, and they'll flip-flop around, and then we'll have them working in the afternoon until 11 at night. Then to flip-flop back. He was just tired of that, so he was supposed to work until today. We got a schedule the end of last week for this week. They put him on the night shift for this week. So when he went in on Saturday, the district manager was working. And Trevor was working till 4 on last Saturday, and district manager was coming in at 4. So he pulled him aside, said, Sundays would be my last shift. Sunday he worked the early shift. Sunday will be my last shift. I'm not doing this flip-flopping anymore. And he was okay with it. So today he gets his tips from the Wii store, and then I believe next Friday he'll get his last paycheck with his vacation pay. And then today he got his first pay from the furniture store. Trevor's a fit young guy, and you know the heaviest furniture is those console, or sectionals. The sectionals that have the recliner chairs not in it. So when I walk down to the grocery store, this one, No Frills, is the one I walked down to. And the Wii store that's on that sign is where Trevor used to work 3 years ago. I'm sorry, this is shaky, but my hands getting achy. Whoops. And I'm trying not to push the buttons on the... Hello to everybody's in there. I can see lines, and then I get the shade, but I can't really read. We're getting up to the overpass. I'm getting a cramp in my thumb from holding this thing. Oh well. We're walking 100 kilometers for the Heroes. We want to put the Heroes on the Heroes cruise. We have one proved already. I'm sorry, there's a delay in disclosing who it is. This person I know, and people want to surprise her with the cruise, so they're trying to work out a way to do the surprise, and it's taking some time. I apologize for that delay, but the no seen enough. She's the first Canadian. She is a first responder. We got a couple more in the process. Those will be known probably mid to late July. They got to come before the board, next board meeting, which will be, I think, the 11th of July, because we didn't want to do it tomorrow, because, you know, you guys have your Independence Day. We don't want to tie you up with a board meeting, so next Saturday will be our board meeting. You may know them before you know the very first one, depending on time, because I do have to let them know of their approval, or not, but things look good. We're at the overpass, we gotta wait for the traffic, and it's busy because it's getting towards the end of the day. Almost time to turn. Let's get the advanced screen here. Come on. Here we go. So if anybody's watching this now or on the replay, if you're interested in helping out by making a donation, there is a Zeppi link that is posted right now in my community post that I posted yesterday. After this live, I will post it in the description. I just didn't know how to do it going live this way. But there will be a Zeppi link posted. I'll be posting it all over the place from now all summer while we're doing the 100-kilometer walk. I will also be posting a little grid that shows how far I've gone, so people can help me post that in my community post as I go, so you can see how far we've traveled, how far we got left to go. This is only the first week of July, or not, it's only a part week of July, so I might have a couple of weeks I have to do some extra. And I walked the overpass over the highway. I'm going to watch here. Make sure nobody's going onto the highway. I don't want to get hit by somebody merging on the highway. I apologize if I'm shaky. Like I said, my gimbal decided not to work. I thought it was charged. It was not. Surprisingly, the bridge isn't too busy for a Friday. A nice breeze. I hope it's not making too much disruption in the volume. It's headed towards London. The on-ramp over there, going towards the bridge to USA, is over that way. I was supposed to go over yesterday, but my cousin's husband's surgery got changed to next week, so I can't remember right now off the top of my head whether it was Wednesday or Thursday. So if it's Thursday, it may be a live from on location live stream. I don't know, I got different things on next week Tuesday I have a haircut. One of the days we have his surgery. And I think another day I have something else, just like this week. Let's try to figure things out around his surgery and then things got changed. And we're starting on the downward slope. And then a block to go and then we can get into more shade. There's a view of the highway. Figure out how far I've gone by steps. I started out at 909 steps on my Fitbit, and according to it, about 1,500 steps is 1 kilometer, so I will have to check it when I get over there. When I figure out the distance on Google Maps, it said 2.5 kilometers, so we'll see. If it's not, it just means I have to do more walking. There's just trees and that in this little center of this turnaround. It's usually full of water down there. It's not too much, there's a little bit in the ditch. Oops, sorry for shaking. Thank you to anybody that's come in. Like I said, you want to make a donation to the Heroes Walk, go to my community post, and there is a Zeffy link there. You can make a one-time donation, you can sponsor a hero, whatever feels good to you. I just know we're putting a lot of heroes on this cruise, deserving people, and we want to be able to pay for them to go on this cruise. I do have a kind of plan in the hopefully near future. Noisy. I am going to approach our local Legion, see if they can help us out, even if it's just bringing awareness to the cause. I'm cheating here, going across the shed. I don't feel like standing around. It's still green. I think there might be one day next week we'll go back to that park that we walked to a while back, when it was still all dirt and green, not green, brown and stuff, and see how much the flowers have changed. Sorry, shaking again. I gotta adjust my hand here. We gotta go up to the traffic lights here, then we're gonna turn and go in to the back subdivision here, where it's gonna be a little bit shaded area, so we'll have to see which side of the road is more shady. This area across in here, that subdivision is the area I grew up in, and the school that's up here on the corner is up the elementary school, or public school we call them, that me and my kids went to. All the lilies along here. Lots of daylilies and weeds. I would have started earlier today, but I wanted to take a treat over to my aunt for her birthday, so I made my flourless chocolate cake this morning, and I had to let it cool, then I had to ice it and let that cool, and then I went through my box of cards and I found a birthday card, so I would like to get her more of it, maybe later this month. I know she wants a shredder for shredding documents and stuff. I'm thinking maybe that at some point we'll get to her. Her granddaughter got her a new air fryer because hers died a couple of weeks ago. So that was a surprise she had this morning when she got up. She got a Ninja air fryer. And apparently when this one's not in use, you can stand it up and it's out of the way rather than one she had that took up like a 12 by 12 space or more. I wait to get to this corner and get some shade. I'm getting a little warm. I do have water with me, but I can't get it without taking my backpack off. There's some more daylilies. And I kicked my arse that I sold the house I grew up in because I love this area. Lots of brick houses in this area. I hope my phone doesn't get too warm. It's going to depend on how warm it gets, whether I record on the way home or not. These people got a couple smart cars. A white one and a silver one. We got a Mini Cooper on that house. Pretty cool. Anybody out there knows anybody they want to nominate for the Heroes Cruise, go into the website helpinghandsforcruising.org and go to nominate a recipient. You have a little video, a little blurb down there, and then that will go to the board. I review it, they review it, then we kind of look at all the logistics and stuff and make a decision. Oh, a little bit of shade here. So this is my public school. They have been doing a lot of work on it for the last, I'd say, almost 2 years. I'm going to turn this way, then I'll cross up there later. They tore part of the area on the back off. They've rebuilt it. That took them all of last year, and then this year they're recovering the outside, so the yellow brick is all being turned gray. Be nice when it gets all done. Maybe they'll get it done before school year starts in September. So we got trailers over there, construction trailers, that have taken up part of the playground. There's only a small playground there the junior kids can have, and then this one's for the kindergarten. And I would say probably grade 3, 4 and up would be on the senior yard, which they've always kept them separated. Let's see if we can get across here. There seems to be more trees on the other side. She is a warm one today. This is probably up in the 30s Celsius, or anywhere from the 80s to 90s. Yesterday it was 95, felt like 111. I didn't go out yesterday. I wasn't going to go out today, but I'm going to keep putting this off, then I'm going to have to do more walking. Like next week's supposed to be warm too, but we'll see. Forecast didn't look quite as warm as this week. And where all these houses are here, along beside our school, there used to be another school here. There used to be a separate school board, which is the Catholic school board. I'm going to stop here to shade for a second. But they closed that school and tore it down, and then built a whole subdivision. Sorry. Got a drink of water there. We got a mayor election coming up. We'll see how that turns out. I don't think it's till November. But our mayor we have right now has been in for his office for 38 years, and we need a change. Oh, that's cool. There's a fountain there. It's been 38 years, and we need a change. But there's one of the guys. He's big into council, but the thing is, this one guy that's big into council, his behavior has had him excluded from being present at council meetings in the city hall. So he has to do meetings remotely. So what are they going to do if he becomes mayor? And we don't want him to become mayor. He is very much like somebody that's in the office in the U.S. I'd rather not see him in. Like literally, where the Chase the Ace thing I was talking about at the Legion. Last week or the week before, he was out there, shaking hands and stuff like that, and made some rude, racist comment to somebody, or a few somebodies, and then it ended up, he went back and he was passing out $50 bills to apologize. Apologize, or are you trying to buy votes? That's illegal. One of the other people on council that posted the civic rules and the provincial rules and the federal rules in regards to that kind of behavior. There are a couple ladies running, and I think there's another guy running, but there haven't been too many campaign signs up yet, except his, and then we had a member of provincial parliament who was for the conservative side, which is a side that's not in office, but has held a minor majority. It was one of a handful of people that walked across and changed parties. So everybody's calling for her resignation. Yeah, we'll see what happens there. Politics is so much fun, but it doesn't matter what side of the board it's on. We're going down the side street here, and we'll get into the subdivision. There's a nice park down here too. Yep, spot in the shade. Maybe we'll stop for a minute. I will read the comments after. I'm sorry, I just can't see them now because the glare is too bright. I appreciate anybody that's come in. There's a Ukrainian church over there. They make pierogies. I think it's every Friday they're on sale until 1 o'clock. Unfortunately, the covering of pierogies has wheat in it, and I had to cut out the wheat. And I've cheated a few times, and I cheated last week, and my skin is paying for it. Not my gut this time, but my skin is. I've been dealing with a lot of eczema and that. I can see there's chat there, I just can't see what the words say. So lots of shade back here. Just gotta go around a few bends and I'll be at her place. These two bands are, this house had a garage fire almost a year ago. Destroyed the garage and did some damage inside, so they've almost got it completely fixed. They got new windows. They're waiting on a garage door. They're working on the insides right now. This house here on the left, love this house. It's just one story. I used to babysit for this family when the parents went away. It was a huge yard, about the length of this, about twice as wide. And then about the same size, there is a pool, fenced-off pool. It's got a garage with a nice breezeway in between. Beautiful wood cabinetry inside. Basement was mostly finished. They had redone the bathroom and the laundry room before they sold it. Whew. But they bought a really nice house out on the lake. It's also one floor, but it also had like a granny suite in it. And the two older sons that lived here, had rooms down the basement here, had the granny suite. So once they were older, they could come and go as they please. But the oldest one got involved in the junior hockey league, got drafted by a couple of Ontario Hockey League teams. Then he ended up playing down in the States for a while. Played in the East Coast Hockey League down there. Don't ask me the name of the team off the top of my head, I can't remember. And they got married, had 3 kids. I know the youngest boy was up for draft a couple of years ago. I don't know what happened there. I know his daughter's in university. These kids grow up too fast. Because the older two I've known since they were like 6 and 7. We're getting there. Said I'm sorry, but she and making people seasick, but not much I can do. Thank goodness my aunt's basement is cool. A lot of houses for sale back here. So I'm doing my walk this summer, 100 kilometers for our heroes. I'm looking for anybody that wants to sponsor or make a donation to help put these heroes on the Heroes Cruise in 2028. Doesn't matter how big or how small. You will get a tax receipt. It's a long stretch before shade on this one. Getting dried out here. Gotta go up just past the park, turn right, then turn left. I'll be on her street. Right now, I'm not sure if I'm going to do the walk home. I might just have to put it off and do extra next week because I'm getting a little too warm. We'll see how we feel after it cools off for a while. If it cools off outside. Yeah, I don't want heat stroke. Or heat exhaustion. I'm tired, already, hot, and thirsty. I'd like that breeze to come back. It was nice. Anybody coming? I'm going to cut across here. I see a bench in the park. I'll stop for a second. It's in the shade. When I was walking her dog, I'd walk her dog down to the park here and walk her around. It's quiet out here. Nobody out. Too hot. I'm going to sit on this bench here for a second. See if I can see any of the chat. I don't know if I can or not. Oops, not that spot. The spot had bird poop. Let's do some new names in here. Thank you for coming in. Be so inclined. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe. The only funds I'm asking for at this point in time are to help put heroes, first responders, soldiers, veterans, Gold Star families on a cruise of a lifetime in 2028. And that will be on my community post, and then I will also put the link in the description afterwards. Okay, I gotta walk over to that corner and walk down that street, and then we will say goodbye. So, let's go. I see a lot of new names there. I appreciate you coming in. Sorry, something on my finger there was tickling it. I didn't know whether it was a bug or spider or what. It's a nice sized park. It's huge. Also play area. That family we pointed the house out to when the kids were younger, some of the other parts of their family would come over on Canada Day or Victoria Day, which is like your Memorial Day, and they would shoot off some fireworks there. Not supposed to shoot them off your property, but the rules have got tighter since then. There's a bunch of Canada flag stuff. I had some of those up on our fence the one time, but it stained the fence and I had a hard time getting it off. I didn't get my Canada stuff out this year. So like a year ago, my aunt had hip replacement surgery, so I spent a lot of time over in this area, especially walking her dog up and down the street. Now she's more able to get out. She has her car back, well, not this weekend, but, and she takes me out herself. It's a nice quiet street. There was a house up for sale. Actually, there was about 3 houses up for sale down here. And I was like, if I could have, I would have loved to bought them. Something a bit for rent. I would have definitely pushed the rent somewhere. We're almost there. Maybe I'll have to say goodbye. I'll say happy birthday to her from everybody, but I am kind of whooped. It was probably a poor choice today, but I didn't want to keep putting it off. So yeah, I'm a little bit on the warm side. My face is probably flushed. I don't know if I got some sun. I need some sun. But they've got a pool out in the front yard. I'm guessing my nieces and her friends put their feet out there in the pool to wade. I remember my aunt talking about when the kids were little, like 2 or 3 neighbors to get together and the ladies would have a glass of wine and they had their feet in the kids' pool. Stay in the pool. Okay. I am going to say goodbye for now. If I decide to go live on the way home, I will let you know. Bye for now, folks. I just got to figure out how to get out. Let's see.